roots in the grind, history speaks loud. Just listen to the line. We struggle to shine, we honor the climb. We're losses hit deep, but sharp in the mind. Real don't flex, they just move with weight. Welcome to the legacy, room A-108, go to the legacy. Yeah.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Room A-108. I'm your host, David. Joining me, as always, my co-host, CJ. And we're back for another episode. This episode, we're going to talk about Bears preseason, basically just a outlook of what we see so far and what we expect from the Bears. And going to recap some of the offseason moves we've seen in the NFL. So we're just going to touch on a little bit of that and lead us into the start of NFL season.
Do some predictions.
Oh, yeah, we could do some. Yeah. For
sure.
Yeah.
But I think we got to start with the elephant in the room. It's just the big news from yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
In the division. Old Jerry decided he was going to trade Micah Parsons, what he kept calling him.
What was that, man? It couldn't, I mean, I don't think it was intentional. But at the same time, it's even worse that it wasn't intentional.
Is either flat out incompetence or flat out disrespect. You kept calling the best player on your team by the wrong name.
Yeah, it's
incompetence or disrespect. You pick one.
So I compare Jerry Jones. It's no secret that I'm a big WWE fan. I'm a big wrestling fan. Jerry Jones is following the same blueprint that happened to Vince McMahon. I'm not talking about the sexual misconduct or whatever about all that, but I'm talking about Vince McMahon got to the point where he was losing touch with the product. Like, the product evolves, right? And stuff changes, and Jerry's not adapting. Like, what worked for him in the 90s, what made Dallas, quote unquote, America's team, it's not the same. And for him to, I mean, I get it, you got to save face, but him to say this is a better move for Dallas, like, in what world does that make sense? In what world do you pay Dak Prescott more than you do Micah Parsons? Doesn't make sense. So, and to make it even worse, he goes to Green Bay. So we're going to see him 2 times a year now.
Yeah, we were already going to see him once, because we played the Cowboys this year, but now we got to see him twice. So,
is that their payback for us getting Khalil Mack?
Well, I'm pretty sure that Bears fans are feeling exactly how Packers fans felt back in 2018. And it's right around us. I think Mac was traded to the Bears like on Labor Day or Labor Day weekend. So it's kind of around the same time.
Right around the same time.
So, but yeah, I mean, kudos to him getting his money.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm never gonna congratulate Green Bay for anything.
No.
But kudos to him, man. He's gonna be a problem to deal with twice a year for the next 4 years. I mean, at least that's the longest contract. We'll see if he is there beyond that, but at least for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
Got to deal with him twice a year, man. And hopefully Braxton Jones can show up, man, because if not.
Ozzy need to step up. If not, he need to get it to, or Darnell need to switch.
Or whoever the hell the top left tackle coming out the draft next year, we better be on it.
Draft 4 of them. One of them's got to work out.
Just
I don't care.
Draft one that left tackle is his primary position. I'm so tired of posing this drafting guys based on versatility and he can go here. No, just draft a left tackle that we know is going to be there for the next 10 to 12 years and call it a day, bro.
So I have a question. Do you think because he was offensive lineman that he overthinks things and looks at stuff through a lens of an offensive lineman instead of a general manager?
And I will quote.
I already know what you're going to say.
I will quote somebody, if you watch or listen to ESPN 1000, they got Pat the Designer is on there. He also has his own content, his own platform. But he said something along the lines of Ryan Poles drafts offensive linemen that remind him of himself.
And that's not a
who
compliment.
Was a lackluster, below average, lineman. I mean,
good enough to play in the league, but I mean,
absolutely not saying he went to places that I'll never go. So I'm not saying that disrespectfully.
As a general manager, that ain't gonna help you.
But as a as a football player, as a offensive lineman in the NFL, he didn't pan out. And I don't know, man. But at the end of the day, they got to find somebody in that spot ASAP because you have 2 of the top 8 or 10 pass rushers in the division that you got. So that's 4 times a year you either line it up against
Minnesota and Green Bay I'm sorry.
Against,
I didn't even put Minnesota. Detroit.
Hutchinson in Detroit, and now Parsons in Green Bay. And, don't sleep on Jonathan Grenard in Minnesota either.
Yep.
Like, Minnesota got some guys, so yeah, man, it's not good.
It's, again, like you said, man, we had text about this. Matter of fact, we were in a conversation with O'Shea recently, and we were talking to him, and I was like, I think we'd have to give up too much to get Parsons. I'm regretting that now because if I'd have known he was going to go to the Packers, I'd give that bag up. You know what I'm saying? Just so they don't get him. A lot of times I do feel like you have to make moves defensively. Like if you think someone in your division is going to get somebody, man, just make that move.
I would have gave Dallas 3 first-round picks. I don't give a damn.
So
at the end of the day, if you trust the moves that you made this offseason, and if you trust that Caleb Williams is going to turn into what you hope him to be, you're talking about a playoff team that's drafting in the 20s. If I'm giving up 2 or 3 picks in the 20s for an all-pro who is walking into the Hall of Fame when he's done playing, sign me up for that all day long.
Yeah, I think
now the argument has been,
the player involved.
Wouldn't Dallas rather have Chicago's draft picks over Green Bay's draft picks? Yeah, probably. But they also gave him Kenny Clark. But we don't have anybody on our roster that matches the pedigree of Kenny Clark that we could have put into a deal. So that's probably, at the end of the day, what pushed it over the top.
Yeah.
For him to land in Green Bay. But, yeah, I gave him 3 first-round picks.
Yeah, I don't like trading draft picks like that. But, I mean, you gotta give to get. I just seen Poles kind of misuse a lot of draft capital in past, like Claypool and stuff like that. Bates, just bad moves. First round picks is even worse. So, but like I said, in hindsight now, I'm just like, man, if I'd have known. But I almost feel like we have to go get Hendrickson now. Like, right?
Nah, he re-upped in Cincy.
Did he? I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
So
kind of got overshadowed by the Parsons news, but yeah, he re-upped in Cincy. They gave him a little bump of salary for this year, and then I guess they're letting him walk next year. So, yeah, man, there's no options out there other than guys on the street or guys who may or may not be getting cut here in the next week or so, 3 to 5 days. But Zadarius Smith is a free agent. That's a name, an intriguing name for me. I'd be on board with going to get him because you lost Austin Booker. He's on IR. They put him on IR. So other than Montez Sweat and Dayo Adengbo, the guy that they just, signed from Indy, where do you feel like you getting any outside pass rush from after that?
Yeah. And
the guys behind that now are guys like Dominique Robinson that you drafted, 3 years ago, who hasn't turned into anything as of yet.
Yep.
So why should any of us have any faith that he's going to now?
Yeah.
I just feel like they got to make a move. Whether it's Zadarius Smith or maybe somebody else that I may be missing that's out there on the street. But, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough, man, because, like, I liked our draft this year. I don't really have much to complain about our draft this year, but I did wish we addressed defensive line in the draft. But it is what it is. We're just gonna have to raw dog it this year and just figure out what happens. But yeah, so that happened with Micah Parsons. So that's gonna be a whole new monster that we're gonna have to deal with. So we'll see how that works out. But what about the preseason? I kept quiet this preseason. I've fallen victim to overhyping myself from preseason performances. I'll note last year Caleb in the preseason. I remember I had a memory and I saw a post where I was like, man, we got the right guy. Now I don't disagree with that, but what I saw from him last preseason, we didn't see that in season. So I don't like gauging preseason, especially from a quarterback, to go into the season, or at least bring my emotions back a little bit. So that said, I did see some things different from him that I didn't see last year. I saw him in rhythm, which is something that he did not have going for him last year. He looked more comfortable. He had moments where he did some stuff that he did last year, but it's growing pains. I get it. That's going to take some time, but I think the team will go as far as Caleb's success this year, for sure. He'll be the direct factor of our. There's no excuses anymore. There's nothing to excuse him. We have, I mean, granted, besides the left tackle, Braxton isn't. I mean, I would give him like a C- grade as far as like quality level of tackle, maybe a D+. But he's still a body, you know. So, and also what's going to help him is he'll be next to Tooney, so that helps a lot. Being able to have someone next to you that, you know, could at least hopefully encourage him or help him a little bit. So, but I think besides that, we have a extremely better offensive line than we did last year. We've got more weapons. We had a good draft, better coaching. I mean, at least on paper. So there's no more excuses. I believe he can be the quarterback that we need him to be. I believe he'll be a 4,000 yard passing quarterback, but the season will be all on him. Whether we succeed or not will be on Caleb this year.
Agreed. The way I kind of chalk up the preseason is, you know, in the two games, because I'm throwing out the first game, the Miami game, because none of the starters played. So in the two other games, you got the game against the Bills that got blown up, and you know everybody.
Same thing happened last year.
Put a whole bunch of stock into the result of that game, and then you come back the next week and you play the Chiefs, and kind of a downer when you're coming off that high of, you know, that Bills game. I like that there were some things to be encouraged by, and I'm okay with them being some things that, you know, you can look at and say they need to correct. I agree with you as far as they go as far as Caleb takes them this year. But what would be kind of the things, and maybe Caleb is the answer for this, but what are the things, give me a couple of things that you are most optimistic about, you know, when it comes to the Bears, and then on the flip side, what are you the most pessimistic about?
Optimistically is the coaching. Even just seeing, I mean, granted, they're going to give us the positive, you know, the good things to see, but the demeanor of Ben Johnson, I would have no idea that he had that kind of demeanor. He seemed so laid back, so reserved, almost like, I know he's not a nerd, but almost like nerdy, but when I saw the clip of when he pulled Caleb out, when he came out there, I think he had they came out the huddle incorrect. He was like, Tyson, go in. He had no remorse. I'm like, man, that reminds me of that's how high school coaches. And, you know, I don't think there's enough of that in the NFL. So I think coaching, definitely. And, you know, Bieniemy, Randall L., Dennis Allen, none of those coaches are just like reserved like Eberflus was.
Shout out District 205, Antoine Randall L.
Definitely, man. And it's every time I see him, I'm just like, man, hometown hero right there. But you can see the energy, man. Antoine, I mean, he'll be running down with the players sometimes. I'm like, yeah, running down the sidelines. So, coaching for sure. I trust that we will be ready for every game, X's and O's. I don't think we'll be underprepared. What I'm pessimistic about is our defense. I think Dennis Allen is a good coach, but just like offense, defense is one in the trenches. I don't care if you have 7 Darrelle Revises in the secondary. If they have 7 seconds to throw the ball, there's no way you can cover somebody that long. It doesn't matter. So that's actually what I was saying. When we were going back and forth on that Facebook status, you were like, I don't want to give up Gordon. I don't mind Stevenson. I'm like, man, I don't want to give up Gordon either. But for Parsons, I mean, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like if we would get Parsons or Hendrickson, like we could throw in a fill-in person, you know, and.
No, wait. I said I didn't want to give up Gordon Stevenson for Hendrickson.
But for Parsons, you would have.
I would have packed up both of their apartments myself for Micah Parsons. Let's get that clear. I was talking about Henderson just because of the age difference. Henderson's already 32. Talking about a 26-year-old entering his prime, Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
So Yeah, I
So-
just wanted to make sure.
No.
Everybody knew.
But that's
there's nobody on the Bears team that I wouldn't have traded for Micah Parsons.
That's what I was getting at. Is like, yeah, I agree. I don't want to lose them, but no matter how good they are, it doesn't matter if we don't have a sufficient defensive line. So that was my only point with that. But no, I knew what you meant. Micah Parsons is a whole different ball game. But what about you? What do you think, man? What are you what are you confident and pessimistic about?
I think I said this online recently, but I'm not worried about the Bears offensively at all, minus Braxton Jones. But I do think that there's going to be times where Ben Johnson is going to be able to kind of scheme him out of, positions of trouble.
Yeah.
I think he's going to find ways, when you're playing, Parsons in Green Bay, when you're playing Hutchinson in Detroit, when you're playing Myles Garrett in Cleveland later on in the year. I think he's going to find ways, formationally and, just play call wise to help him out and make sure he's not got as big of a, target on his back as teams are going to put on him. But I'm not worried about, like I said, offensively. I think you got the right coach. I do think you got the right quarterback. I think that side of the ball is going to be a well-oiled machine by week 4, week 5, week 6.
Yeah.
Kind of on the same, train you are as far as what I'm pessimistic about. It's on the defensive side and, specifically where are they going to get any type of pass rush from? I just, I don't see it based on what's on the roster at the moment. Now, Grady Jarrett didn't play at all in the preseason. Is putting him in the middle of the defensive line going to help Montez Sweat out and, a Dangbo? Sure. But how much?
Yeah.
Is just inserting Grady Jarrett all of a sudden going to turn those guys into, double-digit sack guys? I don't know. I wouldn't bet on it, but I guess other things have surprised me in life more than that would, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't know. So, yeah, most optimistic about them offensively and most pessimistic about how are they going to get the quarterback to the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, the same. Ben being the reason we got him, being the offensive mind that he is. I'm with you. I'm not too worried about the offense. I will be worried if I don't see them performing like I think they should. But I think, so this is me personally. I'm far from any type of NFL coach or anything like that. But I would think, just based on what I've heard, it's going to take a while for Caleb to grow and learn, especially I've even heard like coaches and like there's podcasts where you have like Chase Daniel and you have a lot of these people breaking down game film, and they showed game film from USC and they were talking about how he regressed last year, like how last year was almost like a disservice to him. So it's like he has to break so many bad habits. So there might be some growing pains. So I can see the first couple weeks, maybe the offense isn't going to be the Detroit offense that we saw, when Ben was there. So I think that we should expect that. I don't think we should see 30, 40-point games, especially the schedule that we have right off the bat. We're going to go against strong defenses right away in Minnesota and Green Bay. Or no, Minnesota and Detroit, right? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota and Detroit. So I think we should all keep that in mind. Like if we're putting up, 20 points, 20, 25 points, anywhere between there the first couple games, I don't think everybody should be like, oh, we shouldn't have got Ben Johnson. Because how Bears fans are. The overreaction is the only action we know. So,
oh man, you're going to see it by halftime of week 1, you're going to see the crazy Bears fans, talking trash. If the game don't start the way, we want it to start, you're going to see we got the wrong coach.
Put in Bagent.
You're going to see that. Man, don't get me started. Bro. Don't get me started. We're going to be here all night if you.
I want to touch. No, that's cool. Because I wanted to touch on that, man. Like, so I'll leave the platform for you two to talk about. But I've been talking with people lately, and everyone's like, man, Bagent, man, he's a hell of a player. Granted, I'm not undermining him. Like, I think Bagent is I would consider him a top tier backup. Is that fair to say? Is that he would be a sought after backup for many teams, not just us. I think a lot of teams would be happy to have him. That said, I think we have to realize what preseason means and who he's playing against, right? Like, we've seen Bajent play first string. He wasn't horrible, but also we've seen why he was who he was. Granted, it was a couple years ago, but I get so irritated when people see these preseason heroes and they're like, oh man, I think personally, I wouldn't have gave him if I'm a franchise the money. I am kind of glad we did because it's a good story. It's good to have a solid backup. Ben seems to like him. So cool. That's fine. He was undrafted, came from a no-name school. I love the story. I mean, it's cool. And he seems to fit in well with the quarterback room. Keenum likes him. He thinks he's a smart kid. Caleb likes him. So it's good. It's good. Camaraderie's fine. But people need to just relax when they're talking about, oh man, Bajent, he should be the starting quarterback. He's going to take over Caleb's spot. You got to pump the brakes a little bit on that. So here's your platform, man. Tell me how you feel about.
You said everything that needs to be said about Tyson Bajent and his spot on the Bears roster. I have nothing else to add. I'm not entertaining any of the crazies out there who want to see Tyson Bajent as QB1 for the Bears. I'm not touching it.
It's insane. And honestly, and I'm not trying to seem like a pompous kind of know-it-all, but if you think Tyson Bajent deserves to be QB1, I don't really need to have a conversation with you because your opinion of football is dramatically different than what my opinion of football is.
Think we can leave it right there, bro.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I want to run this exercise though.
We talked earlier about going through the schedule.
I got the schedule sitting right here in front of me.
Yep.
We're gonna go week 1 through week 18. First blush. What's your reaction? Win or loss? Starting with week 1 against the Vikings, what you got?
I think we take a W. I'm gonna have us taking a W. Fresh coaching staff. It's hard to prepare for. He's not an incompetent coach, so I think we'll have that shock factor on our side. The main reason why I think Minnesota is just as good as we are on paper, but also they got JJ starting, so it's a lot of unheard on there, and they proven got one of the better coaches in the league, especially on the D line. So
I think you're playing them at the right time. Week 1. Rookie quarterback, down his number 2 receiver because he's suspended.
Yep.
And Justin Jefferson basically hasn't practiced all training camp.
Yep.
So what version of him are you getting? He might come out and ball out, and I wouldn't be surprised. But, for the Vikings team that you're getting week 1, I think that's a W. So
yep. I
think we both in lockstep there. Week 2, Detroit.
A loss. Sorry. Unfortunately, I think more so Detroit will play with a chip on their shoulder to prove a point. Also, I will say this, though. I'm going to take Detroit, but we'll see how much of an impact these coordinators had on that team real quick. In Detroit, because losing both their OC and DC, we're really going to see a lot there. But I got us taking an L for that one.
Same. I don't expect Detroit to be, the 15-2 team that they were last year.
Yep.
I think they come back down to earth a little bit.
They got Hushback though.
Yeah, but I still see them as a 12-13 win team.
Yep.
And I got them winning the North.
Yep.
So yeah, I think we in lockstep so far. I got an L for them too. Week 3 at home against the Cowboys.
Oh, especially now, that's a W. That's not even a question. It's super W. I don't even need to explain.
Same. Well, all I'm gonna say is Ben Johnson has enough experience going against a Flus defense. He knows what he's going to be walking into as far as that goes.
Yep.
No Micah Parsons now. So yeah, I got that as a dub too. So we both got him at 2-1 right now, heading to Vegas to play the Raiders.
No, W. Yeah, they're still rebuilding. They're getting their stuff together. Carroll got some stuff to do, and we'll see if he's had his day.
Same here. I got a dub. I hope at some point we get I hope this don't go match for match.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
I got a W out in Vegas too, and then that takes them into the bye week. So we both got them at 3-1, heading into the bye, coming out of the bye, week 6 on the road against the Commanders.
I'm gonna give us a W with this one. I think this might be the one we disagree with too, because I think this is gonna be more so of a mental win for us from last year. I'm hoping Tyreek comes back with a chip on his shoulder. So I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take the W with that one for us.
As much as I want to, I'm giving them an L there.
Yeah.
You know, on the road, you should have an extra, kind of boost coming out of the bye week. But, that's a good team. That's a team that, went to the NFC title game last year. If not for, a lot of those mistakes in the first half of the game against the Eagles, it's a team that could have been in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm gonna give the Bears an L on that one.
Yep.
But that takes them week 7 back home against the Saints.
Oh, W. They have Rattler is starting for them.
For now, who knows? By week 7, they could have turned it over to Tyler Shuck by then. But yeah, for now, I think
way.
saying I got a W there. That's a team in shambles right now.
Yeah.
All of their stars, so to speak, are up there in age now. Alvin Kamara, Cam Jordan, their best receiver, is he can't stay healthy. He's the Jaquan Brisker on offense, with the concussions and can't stay on the field. So yeah, that's a team, that's a game that should be I wouldn't be surprised if that's like a
blowout.
Yeah. 3 touchdown blowout.
For sure.
So yeah, I got a dub there too. I think these next two, at least this next one, I think we be on the same page. On the road in Baltimore.
Oh yeah, no.
No.
I think we'll touch on that, but I think Baltimore. I think it's a 2-team race between Baltimore and Buffalo this year. That's my opinion. But yeah, no, we don't.
We see that week 1 Ravens Bills. I think that's the Sunday night game.
Yep.
Oh man.
Before I don't want to interrupt, but I do want to touch on this. I wanted to say this earlier, man. I was been watching Hard Knocks with Buffalo, and I don't remember who the D lineman was, but he was going against Tooney.
Oh yeah, Ed Oliver.
He was like, man, that motherfucker good, man. He was like, he's good. I was like, oh wow, so we do got a stud on our hands here. So.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm right there with you. I got an L in Baltimore against the Ravens. That's probably, of course, on paper right now, probably one of the best secondary units that I can remember in like recent years.
Yeah,
since they've added Jair Alexander. And then you got Marlon Humphrey and Kyle Hamilton.
Yep.
Wiggins, the rookie that they just drafted last year. They're going to be a problem for Caleb in the offense. So, and just like I said, the previous week could be a blowout. That might be one other way, man.
Yep.
But and then right after that, they still stand, on the road in the AFC North against the Bengals.
I'm going to give us a loss with that one too. Back-to-back road games, back-to-back tough matchups. I think the Bengals are also going to play with a chip on their shoulder this year. Burrow played finally in the preseason this year, didn't he?
Yeah.
So that's something that he hasn't done, and that hopefully that changes things up as far as them starting slow. So I'm going to have us taking a loss that one too.
I got a L there for them as well. I could see that being, a high scoring, shootout in the 30s or 40s, but I just think on paper Baltimore got a little bit more, and they're more proven, on offense. So I'm gonna get them an L there too. This one could be interesting. They come back home week 10 against the Giants.
Oh no, W. Yeah, I don't trust any of their quarterbacks. Russ, I mean, I get it, but I don't know. I think we've seen the best play from him already. It's those days are gone.
I do think that's a win, but the only reason I said that could be interesting is I don't think the Giants are getting enough love for how good their defense might be.
Yeah.
Especially up front. They got like a surplus of pass rushers, know. But I do, would predict give the Bears a W there. moving to week 11, Vikings on the road.
I'll give the Vikings. I think we split this year with the Vikings. Yeah, so I'll give them the W this time around, especially being at home.
Bears got a dub there.
Got dubs.
We sweeping the Vikings.
Sweeping the Vikes.
we sweeping the Vikings. Man.
Hey Pat, holla at Chris, man.
Hey, Pat, mute this part of the episode, bro, because you're not gonna like it. Yeah, I got a W there. I got the Bears sweeping the Vikings this year. But then they come back home the following week against old nemesis Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers.
Oh, we got them. And this AA Ron isn't the same AA Ron we know, man. He's a whole different. I don't even know if he'll be the quarterback by that point, man. I'm telling you, we saw it's bad. It's bad. He's got to bounce back big time. But I got us a win regardless.
I got an L there, man.
Really?
I'm actually kind of bullish on the Steelers, man. I like what they got on both sides of the ball.
I like Tomlin, but I don't trust.
I think Rodgers and DK could end up being potent if they're both healthy for the year. Yeah, man. I think
he lost his mojo, man.
Hey, man, that's the Bears' owner is Aaron Rodgers, man. So. Nah, but yeah, I think Pittsburgh might end up surprising some people this year. So
okay,
I got them taking that one. Following week on the road against the Super Bowl champs in Philly.
Yeah, I got Philly.
Man, you paused for a minute. I thought this was about to be the point where you said something crazy.
Nah, I got Philly. I do think not them, but I think every year, especially the Bears, even when they have a down year, they surprise and they beat a really good team. So whether that's Baltimore, whether that's Philly, if that happens this year, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, same here. I got an L there for that one. And then staying on the road the next week, week 14 in Green Bay.
I'll give. You know what? No, I'm taking a W. Caleb owns Green Bay and Lambeau. He's going to start a new trend. Caleb is going to own Green Bay and Lambeau.
I got an L there.
It's cool.
Three game losing streak. I got them on right there. That's a tough stretch, man.
I wanted to say L because I think that they'll probably lose that game, but I'm just the fan in me, man. I want to see Caleb own them.
I'm afraid that could be a game where Micah Parsons has like that Khalil Mack game.
Don't say that.
Where it's like 3 or 4 sacks
at halftime. He had it by half. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh man. All right. Week 15 back home against the Browns.
Oh, this is W for sure.
Will they still be playing Flacco by then, or are we going to see Gabriel or Shador at that point? That's week 15.
They're not going to play Shador.
You don't think, or they might play Dylan Gabriel maybe, or you think Joe Flacco going to run the whole season out?
Unless he gets hurt.
Nah,
he didn't look bad last year.
Nah, I just feel like, by that point in the season, week 15, you're talking about 4 games left in the season. That could be a point where, they could be so far out of it. Why not give one of those young guys?
Because it's the Browns.
Run? Yeah, I mean,
I agree with you. Logically, I would. I think the Browns.
They down there could be playing Deshaun Watson again by that point. All right, home against the Packers.
I got the Packers winning this one. So a loss.
So the Bears go to Green Bay and win.
Lose at home.
I'm going to give the Bears a win right there. I'm going to give them a win right there. Week 17. This is one that. Week 17 on the road in San Francisco.
Oh, yeah. We got that dub.
You got a dub there?
They blew their team up. They put too much faith in Purdy.
Oh.
Conflicted,
I want to say win. I'm gonna give them an L there, but it's not.
You're gonna give the Bears an L?
Yeah, I'm gonna give the Bears an L there.
Game, huh?
I'm just giving San Francisco playing at home. I'll give them a little bit of an edge, and I'll let say that they win that game. But I don't see that as automatic of an L as some people are seeing it. I've been seeing a lot of people when they go through this exercise, the win-loss exercise, and they get to this game against the Niners, and they're like, "Oh, lost."
But that's not.
I could still see that being a competitive game, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Bears win that game. So I just don't see it as automatic of an L as some people see it.
It's not the same Niners team anymore.
Yeah, no Debo. Who knows if Christian McCaffrey will be in one piece by week 17. Yeah, so I don't know. And then finally, wrapping up the season, week 18 at home against the Lions.
Loss. I have us for the loss.
I'm going to give them a dub. I'm going to say by then the Lions got the division wrapped up. They're not playing anybody. You're gonna
that popped through my mind. But yeah, I think they're going to be battling out, though. I think they'll be battling out with Green Bay and Minnesota again.
Yeah, so I'm going to give the Bears a win there. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dave, you got the Bears at 10-7.
That's about what when I was just talking about. I was like, I have them either 9-8, 10-7. Exactly what I said too.
And I have them at 9-8.
That's right about Vegas.
10-7 for you, 9-8 for me. So a little bit more optimistic from David. Any immediate reaction from that?
No, that's about what, like I just said, that's about what I saw them. I give or take. Granted, there's going to be injuries that happen along the way from us, other teams, trades, just crazy things that happen. So it could all change. But I see them being at least an 8 or 9 or 8-10, win team this year for sure. That's well within striking distance.
Yeah. And I mean, I got them at 9-8. I could see that, going up 1-2 or going back the other way, 1-2. I can see them anywhere from that 7-10 to, 11-6 range.
Yeah.
If things go, really well or really bad, however way you want to put it. But before we go, because to pull the curtain back for y'all, Amber is sick. And Amber got to get the hell up out of here. So
we got to get Amber home.
Bro. Real quick, just, who do you have as division winners? We'll start in the AFC West. Who do you see winning AFC West? Is it still long live the Chiefs or somebody knocking them off?
No, I gotta go to Chiefs.
Until seen otherwise?
Yeah, Travis locked up.
This is retirement / farewell /
he just got engaged, man.
Bachelor party season, bro.
It's hard to bet against the Chiefs. I mean, it's got to be the Chiefs.
Yeah, same. I got Chiefs. AFC North.
You got to remind me, man. I'm with the AFC North. Who's
Ravens, Bengals.
Oh yeah, right.
Browns.
I think it's going to be a race between the Ravens and Bengals. But I'm going Ravens. Like I said, I had Buffalo and Baltimore being a 2-horse race this year.
Got you. Yeah, I got Ravens as well winning AFC North. AFC East.
Buffalo.
Bills.
Yeah. Buffalo.
Well, we in lockstep so far. I got Bills too, and then AFC South.
AFC South.
Colts, Jaguars, Titans.
Yep. It's the armpit
Jaguars
division.
I'm gonna say Texans. Just because.
Oh yeah, Texans for sure.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I'm like, man, those are the only options I had, but I forgot about.
Yeah, you got Danny Dimes and Indy, and what are you getting from Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville? And,
yep.
Yeah, give me the Texans. All right, NFC West.
NFC West, man, maybe the Rams.
I want to say Rams too, but all of that stuff with Stafford and his back. And
I don't know.
If I say this, if healthy, I got Rams too.
Yeah, I'll say Rams.
I'll leave it at that. NFC, we'll save ours for last. NFC South.
NFC South. Oh man. So it's no Falcons, no Saints.
Panthers.
No.
So process elimination. You got the Bucks then, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Baker and the Bucks.
Probably they won a division last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they won a division last year. They'll probably run it back. But they lost their offensive coordinator, so we'll see what happens. But I mean, I don't see them anybody
I
else.
want to say Atlanta because I like a lot of what Atlanta has on offense.
They had a good draft too.
Yeah, but I think I just read something that they lost like 2 of their offensive linemen to injury within the last
we got
week.
Dahlman too.
So yeah, man, I want to say the Falcons, but I'll give it to hometown kid Bucky Irvin and the Bucks.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. NFC East.
Oh, Eagles for sure.
No Commanders.
No,
No
Eagles.
Cowboys.
No, not the Cowboys. For sure. They'll probably finish last.
Michael Parsons is gone. So.
Yeah, they'll probably finish last.
Yeah.
According to Jerry, they're better. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, give me the Eagles as well. I wouldn't be surprised if Washington is right there with them. I wouldn't be surprised one bit. But I'm with you. I'm gonna take the Eagles, and then I kind of already gave my answer earlier. But NFC North, who you got winning?
Detroit.
Same.
Yeah, I think they come back with it again.
Same. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a little bit closer. If now with the addition that Green Bay made, if they make a run for it. But eventually, I think Detroit is still the class of the division.
Yeah, for sure. I don't, unless there's something dramatic happening with them losing, both of their coordinators. But I still see them. They got the roster where I think anybody can at least get them to the top of this. Before we go, you want to give a way too early Super Bowl matchup prediction? Oh yeah, I'm gonna take the Ravens this year. Ravens beating. I have the Eagles going back, so I have the Ravens. Yep. Lamar finally gets his year.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Ravens over the Lions.
So you got them going all the way to the bowl, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's tough, seeing as losing both of their coordinators.
Yeah.
Like I said, I do expect them to take a little bit of a step back. Maybe they won't win 15, but I still think that's a team that can win 12, 13.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
Well, not easily, but I can easily see that happening. Yeah. Give me Ravens over the Lions.
So we're eye to eye on that. Yep. So yeah, it should be an interesting season. I think it's going to be the same people that were in the race last year for MVP are going to be the same front runners this year. I don't see anybody else actually for the foreseeable future, with the exception of maybe Jaden getting his name in the hat within the next couple of years or even this year. But it's going to be the same. It's going to be Burrow, Allen, Jackson, Jaden Daniels throwing their name in that hat. So
for sure. Well. We'll be back after week 1. We'll talk about what's happened. Appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. We'll catch y'all next time right here, Room A-108.